Yeah, really murky. It's horrible, isn't it? Now, the reason is we've got high pressure in charge. Now, in the summer, that would mean clear blue skies. This time of year, it means that the lack of wind, the lack of movement traps in the cloud and moisture. So I think these sorts of scenes are a familiar sight for all of us. Murky, grey and dull. Over the next few days, they're staying largely dry, and actually it is going to turn just a fraction milder. For this afternoon then, yes, the mist and murk lingers for some of us. The cloud thick enough in places for some light drizzle, but the further east and north you are, so up towards the borders, more chance actually of seeing some winter sunshine, and highs today around average for the time of year at 7 or 8 degrees. So quiet overnight as well. It remains settled. High pressure still close by. So some clear spells initially, but cloud beginning to thicken from the west through the early hours, perhaps again thick enough for some light rain. And temperature wise, not too bad. A few degrees above the average with lows down to 2 or 3 Celsius. For tomorrow, yes, it's more of the same. Dull and dreary, a lot of mist and murk initially, then some brighter spells, but again from the west we've got a cold front, quite a weak front just beginning to edge in, so some light patchy rain and just a fraction milder tomorrow with highs of 8 degrees. So our area of high pressure recedes eastwards over the weekend, but new high pressure developing to the south, and that's going to bring in some slightly milder air. So for tomorrow night into Saturday, that weak cold front bringing some rain, plenty of wintry sunshine on Saturday. For Sunday, outbreaks of rain and feeling milder, so not looking too bad. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Georgie.
Hello, Carol. Do you know what? Lovely weather for cycling on Saturday. More about that in just a moment. We've still got high pressure very much in charge. So although the conditions are pretty dull and dreary, they're pretty stable at the moment. There was a glimpse of blue skies in Cumbria at lunchtime today. However, in North Yorkshire, a very different scene. We had visibility below 100 metres for much of the day. But further up the coast in Northumberland, actually, the sunniest spots, or one of the sunniest spots in the UK today. So it has been largely dry, but also quite a mixed bag of conditions as well. So over the next few days, it's going to stay pretty settled, but we'll also see a move towards slightly milder conditions as well. Our area of high pressure that's been keeping things settled begins to edge away to the east. We've got a next area of high pressure developing here, but also a cold front. So it looks like there's a lot going on, but it is actually pretty quiet. For tonight, yes, staying largely dry, some clear spells where the cloud is thick enough, perhaps just a little bit of light rain and drizzle, but not amounting to much. And with a cloud cover, temperature staying above freezing with lows of 3 or 4 Celsius. Tomorrow, pretty much a repeat performance. Another murky start to the day. Some patches of hill fog as well to look out for. Staying largely dry, as I said, but a cold front that I showed you very briefly is just going to start edging in. So we will begin to see some spits and spots of rain, but largely dry, highs of 8 Celsius. So the cold front will sink down from the northwest overnight tomorrow night. Again, not a lot of rain on it. And behind it, a drier air mass feeding in, so turning much colder overnight tomorrow night. Could just be the risk of some wintry flurries over higher ground. And yes, that sets us up for a beautiful day on Saturday, the better day of the weekend. Plenty of lengthy spells of wintry sunshine, bit of a breeze picking up, so it will feel on the cold side with highs reaching around 6 Celsius, so just below the seasonal average. So here's our next area of high pressure, and what that's going to do is bring in more of a westerly influence on Sunday and for the start of next week. So Sunday, a very different feel across the board. Temperatures back in double figures. It'll be a breezy day, a lot of cloud, the risk of some outbreaks of rain, and that really lingers into the start of next week as well. For Monday and Tuesday, largely dry. By Wednesday, the risk of further rain. So quite a bit going on, Carol, but all in all, it's not looking too bad. Back to you. Good evening. It is a largely dry outlook over the coming days thanks to the ongoing influence of high pressure. The only real change we'll start to see during the weekend is a return to breezier and milder conditions as well. For tomorrow, though, another rather damp and murky start to the day. The cloud thick enough at times, particularly over higher ground, for some light rain and drizzle, but lots of dry and bright spells as well, and highs reaching 8 Celsius. Looking ahead to the weekend, plenty of wintry sunshine on Saturday. Saturday definitely looks to be a really stunning day on the cold side, and it's into Sunday we'll start to see a change, and for the start of next week with more of an Atlantic influence. Temperatures pretty much in double figures across the board, turning breezy and milder. Bye-bye.